Okay, this is Gary Butterfield of Watch Out for Fireballs podcast. I'm going to give another shot to Time Lord here. See if I can get past that second level. The old MB Time Resource Center. It's weird this game starts you out scrolling right to left. It's a little bit like Ghostbusters 2, one of the worst Nintendo games ever made. Definitely the worst Nintendo game I've ever beaten, even though I did use a Game Genie for that. My friend Derek. One long, boring night of doing that. So, doing the tutorial level here. Not doing super great. Alright, warping back to the past. It's time to see if I can finally kill this dragon. Alright. Got the nice Shadowgate music. The way you make those little jumps there is you hold down jump, like you're gonna double jump, and you'll make it to the end for some reason. This is new, this mushroom collecting thing. It used to be I would just collect a certain number and then get the orb right away. Do I need to jump down here first and fight these guys? You're behaving oddly, Time Lord. Give me my time orb. It's like a really bland Crystal Castles. Not the Crystal Castles. There we go. The Crystal Castles is tons of fun. I wonder if you need to get a certain score to make that pop up. And before I had gone down and fought those midgets, and that's what made my score reasonable. So, little people. I mean, there's little, as William Sapphire would say, Warwick's Davis. Down here, get the or Warwick's Davis. Fighting the cannonball cherubs. I'm trying to do that jump. I swing my sword. Alright. Okay. Music kind of reminds me a little bit of Shadowgate and a little bit of Gauntlet. Should have saved that life up. Now I think about it until I go down here and get the rest of the orbs. And maybe I'll need it. I don't know how to make this orb up here. How is this game behaving quite this differently on this playthrough? Like, I'm doing things a little bit differently, but they seem like they shouldn't matter as much as they are. So, I'm mainly playing this and doing this second Let's Play because I started one of EverQuest and I had some technical difficulties, but holy shit, EverQuest, man. I do not know how it was that Cole dedicated so much of his life to that. It is a rough game. The user interface on that is just atrocious. So, let's see if I can go back up and grab that floating orb. Oh, and I get to finally see where these guys go. If left to their own devices. Oh, into the void. Alright. What do I have to do to make that stupid thing appear? The worst game design. Just, you know, you have to just do random shit to make other shit happen. Reminds me a little bit of Kid Nicky, the ninja. It's a game I remember liking a lot, but then when I revisited it, thinking like, oh, this is fun. All the hidden stuff just has to do with like jumping up and swirling your sai in random places and hoping that it pops out. That is a cardinal sin of game design. Cardinals better than geese. If this is really tied to score, I would be probably even more disappointed. I think I fought less of these guys this time. Okay. And they don't do very much damage, luckily. I've killed a couple more midgets. I'm jumping off. Give me my orb! Oh, my orb! Ugh, man. what needs to happen to make that orb appear now. I'm gonna end up dying, and then just, I guess, restarting and trying again. I want that dragon to come out, though, so I can... I feel like I got a good chance against him now. I'm gonna... I looked online, the internet, you know, the one guy who... God bless him, who decided to make a game facts entry for this. I was trying to see if there was some kind of trick I was missing, or... and they just said to keep walking back and forth and hitting him, so I guess it's like a matter of endurance. When you die, you lose all your lives, you just start right back where you were, so... If I can, you know, throw 3 lives at this guy, I can at least see what the next time period is. I'm curious. I like time travel as a fiction trope. You know, I'm interested in people from the future going back and killing dragonlins. I'm all good with that. But, alright. Let's see. I just keep expecting it just to appear. When I go up there, I really don't know what I could be doing differently. There is that hard time limit in this game of like 23 minutes or something. I'm sure you get like an alternate ending there. I wonder what that is. I could upload a really boring YouTube of getting that ending. Man, that would be unnecessary. So Cole, and I mentioned this in the EverQuest video, but I'm trying to work out some difficulties with that, so that may or may not go up as is. But Cole is working on his own Let's Play solution right now, so you should be able to put down some Let's Plays of this anniversary episodes, game specials, which is excellent. And I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna record all of my playing of the other ones, because, the regular episodes, because it kind of eliminates the point of doing the podcast. But I think I probably will start each game and with a video of some, at least a little bit of length. Just to kind of do first impressions and show everybody what we're doing. I know a lot of people listen to the show. They haven't played what we're playing. And that's awesome. I really like that, people still want to hear us talk about it and hear about the games, and I relate to that. I do that with, okay, I'm gonna reset this game. I do that with Retronauts as well. Like, even if I don't know the game they're playing, I like listening to it, listening to people talk about it. Maybe it'll get me interested in the game. Maybe just learn a little bit about games I didn't know before. So I think that's worth it. And I like that people do that. So this way, at the very least, you're getting like a point of reference. How did I get hit there? You're getting a point of reference for everything we're doing. So it seems like a good idea to me. Maybe it's not. Maybe time will tell, and nobody, these will be really boring to people, and they won't watch them. I know that I'm not really proficient at this by any means, at this kind of keeping up commentary. Try to do it. Got, something I've got a strategy in mind for it. I'm trying, but I don't think I'm always successful in that. So, okay. Medieval England. I'm going to try to play it exactly as I played it before. So I fall down. There. Collect these mushrooms. They're infinitely spawning again. It's like it's been patched. It's like someone patched my ROM of Time Lord. So if you snuck into my house and patched Time Lord, please, don't do that. You did like a ROM hack of this. I wish you hadn't. I could probably use that health. Definitely now that I've gotten hit by a bomb. I like this kick. I think he makes him look a little bit like a rude boy, or like a English, I guess I'm trying to say he's a neo-Nazi. That's not really what I meant, but I was thinking about, for some reason, the image that kept popping in my head was like American History X and stuff. There's just some guy with these boots, doing these kind of, Germany 1940s high kicks, like these marching along to the beat of, well, not a different drummer, but the same terrible, terrible drummer. The gentleman we all know and love who hopped on the good foot and did the bad thing. Yes. I want these points for some reason. I don't know what points do. I'm sure you get a 1-up every once in a while. Classic video game logic. If this orb just appears here, I'm really disappointed, because I don't... Yeah, what did I do differently that time? That's really annoying. But at least it means I've got a chance to get that dragon. Now these aren't spawning. So one of the things you want in a video games need to be consistent. And we talked about this, was my big complaint in Earthbound about the leveling up system and the difficulty curve. Like, we've talked about it on the show before, and Cole read a paper which I have not found, so this is some third-hand thing. But just as a principle I agree with, one of the reasons why we love video games is because they're fair. So video games present a set of rules, and then play by them, you know? And mastering that system is part of what's fun about them. And when you have games that are doing this stuff, where it seems so random, and you can have an element of randomness in a game. Well, I'm on the record as having Binding of Isaac be my favorite game of 2012. You know, and that game is all about randomness. Like, every time you play that game, it's a little bit different. But it's at least, like, internally consistent, logically. In exactly the way that fucking Time Lord is not. Every single time I've walked up these ascending pillars, I've gotten a time orb before. Now, no orb. I guess I'll go over to the edge and see if the dragon makes that pop out, but I don't know what to do. Like, the game is totally broken. Like, literally broken, not just, you know, broken in the sense that, it's not very fun to play, and, well, the sword clearly outmatches the fist, you know. It needs a nerf. This game is actually, other than that boss, this game is actually pretty easy. It's this part almost feels like a rhythm game because I'm just timing, you know, my button presses and walking to one direction. And the fact that you have this huge hit area, you can hit the cannonballs floating above you pretty easily. Well, not there, but hit the cannonballs very easily. Makes it, you know, pretty easy if it was a little bit more consistent and, you know, it was actually a more realistic challenge to get these time orbs. So again, nothing. I don't want to have to fact this. That doesn't seem right. Before it was making a little ding too when I did this. Ugh. Time Lord. You're not the Lord of Time! I wonder what the difference is between the Red Knights and the Silver Knights. I've gone to medieval times enough to know, ooh, I didn't know I could wind up my attack like that. Come on, motherfucker. Bam! Been to medieval times enough to know that, like, Red Knights are evil. Not as evil as Green Knights, but, those are not the best knights. Have any of you guys ever been to medieval times? It is surprisingly fun. Even as, like, an adult, I think medieval time is pretty rad. It's just dumb. It's you know, it's really shitty theater. It's like the place where, you know, theater majors go to get a steady paycheck. They always have a torture museum, and you sit there and look at that, and it's just pieces of metal going inside people in the grossest ways. And they're like pre-rusted and everything. I had a real striking memory of going to that torture museum with my mom. This weird misplaced priorities where, like, we're sitting there looking at all these just heinous torture devices. Like, this is the pad, goes up your asshole, and then is wrenched open to, you know, literally just, like, goatsy you as a form of torture. And, you know, they have that, and then they have, like, the iron spit that they slowly lower you on. It's just, like, red-hot poker that, you know, it just slowly inserts into your asshole. That was, you know, a big thing back then, like, sticking metal into assholes. You know, if you didn't like somebody, you would fuck them. In Middle England. We're the church, and we will fuck you. It should have been the motto. But so my mom, and they had this other thing, it was like, they call like the Harlot's Sorrow, or something like that. And it was just a mask. And it's like if a woman was caught lying, she would be put in the center of town and had to wear this mask. And like, yeah, that's ridiculous. It's really sexist. I don't like it. But it was, my mom was just like really disgusted by it. And we're right next to the pear and the ass poker and like the church fuck. And you know, the skin ripper and the, you know, muscle peeler. And just the, you know, the most heinous, like most painful things imaginable. And my mom couldn't stop but focus on this, like, women being forced to sit in a public square with a mask on. And I'm sure, you know, women, they got burned at the stake, and they got the ass ripper, and the church fucked them as well. And I think that's awful. Don't get me wrong. But it's just weird that she focused on that. It reminds me of a history class I took where we were learning about the rape of Nanking. And the history teacher, and I hope this doesn't make me seem sexist, because I try not to be. But the teacher, we were learning about this event, and the teacher was talking about, like, wouldn't talk about anything other than just the literal rape that happened in the rape of Nanking. And, you know, there were people, like, being buried up to their necks, and dogs were eating their face while they were alive. And, like, what I took from it was this very human tragedy. And she just, you know, and I understand, like, I'm so anti-rape. Like, I hate rape. But, like, it was just weird that it was, like, it wasn't given the balance. Like, it was portrayed, I felt, as, like, a crime against women. Whereas, like, it was just a crime against, you know, against poor people. I can't get this orb to spawn. It's just not spawning. I don't know what to do about that. Years are going by in the future if you look at my little time clock down the bottom. But this just isn't spawning, and I have no idea what to do about it. I guess that's going to be it for Time Lord. I might try it again because it's not very, you know, it doesn't take very much effort. I might go check a fact and record a video later. Okay, I'm going to give this one last try before we record the episode. I'm going to PAX pretty soon, which is why I'm trying to get these in, even though it may seem like I'm doing it well in advance. But I can't get that orb to appear. It's just like, it's not a game that works, you know? From Rare. Like, Rare, you know, doesn't make good games. Like, Battletoads is more mechanically sound than this. GoldenEye, you know, gets a lot of credit for being on a system that, you know, people were not used to. And coming around when all the, like, Nintendo kids were in college. So they had all, you know, could skip classes to shoot each other. But yeah, Rare, man. Overrated developer. Look at my shadow. I didn't notice that. Like, when I jump, look at my shadow is like this little, like, TIE fighter looking thing. That's odd. Okay. Well, I think that's it for this edition of Time. Let's play the second level of Time Lord. Again, my name is Gary Butterfield. Watch out for fireballs. Please check us out, rate, review us, friend us on Facebook, do all of that fun, awesome stuff. This anniversary episode is going to be really special, and if you see me at PAX, I'll be wearing a Watch Out for Fireballs t-shirt. I got them back from the printers. They're amazing. Come say hi to me and chat with me. It'll be awesome. We'll go have a drink or something, and looking forward to that. So, okay, thanks!